Hi everyone, this is John Rogers and Kai Turner. Welcome back to a new episode of The Fives. This week,
we're going to talk about some of our favorite anime creators. We found 5 amazing creators who are doing original anime AI video productions, including Henry Daubrez, MontyPhyt, Iskarioto, Naegiko, and AIST. But first we're going to talk about the new trend that we've seen called fast food rap battles.
That's right, Kai. Do you like fast food?
Well, I like rap, and I like what the creators have done with the fast food rap battles, but maybe I'll skip the food.
Yes, I'm not a fan myself, but I think this is a really interesting trend that we're seeing emerge here. And where it really started was Popeyes was announcing a new product, a chicken wrap, meaning the food product a wrap, and McDonald's responded by the next day announcing that they were going to bring out a competing product. And Popeyes obviously didn't really like that very much, that McDonald's was really trying to steal their thunder on a new product idea. And so the way that Popeyes responded was to work with an AI filmmaker based in Portland, Oregon named PJ to develop a response video called The Rap Battle, and it began. And what happened was Popeyes was able to very rapidly turn around this AI rap battle response video dissing McDonald's for basically copying their product idea. And what that did is that really kicked off all of the stands out in the world to make a rap battle video fighting on behalf of their favorite fast food restaurants. So we've seen multiple responses on behalf of McDonald's. We've seen responses on behalf of Wendy's. I personally am waiting for the In-N-Out Burger response video, but I haven't seen that one yet. And what this really showed was the power of AI video in brand response, being able to move at the speed of the internet. If Popeyes had tried to do this by engaging a traditional agency, this would have been over and the momentum lost before they could even assemble a team meeting at an agency somewhere. And it really shows the power of AI being able to work on behalf of brands and move at the speed of the internet. I'm John Rogers.
And I'm Kai Turner.
Number one.
So the first of the filmmakers we're going to talk about this week is Henry Daubrez, a filmmaker we've mentioned several times in the past with some of his previous work. And Henry really works across multiple genres of content, not just anime, but also some live action. There's some great AI heavy metal videos that Henry's produced, which I love. But the anime really stands out. He produced a short film called Kitsune last year, which won a bunch of awards, and I think is one of the top 5 AI videos that I personally have seen to date. He's also produced a video called Kid-O, or Kid-Zero, I'm not sure, which is really introducing his alter ego that represents him and his identity as a filmmaker, and is the setup of a potential series of stories involving Kid-O.
Yeah, we're definitely Henry stans. I mean, we featured him a bunch of times, and his work is exceptional. So whenever his new films come out, we tend to feature it in the Fives. And he's been recognized by Google with that Kid-O or Kid-Zero feature, and that was part of the Google I/O event. And it's difficult, really, to find more nice things to say about him than we've said already. But we couldn't have a list on AI anime without featuring him first.
Number two.
Next we have MontyPhyt, and MontyPhyt seems to be from Spain. We've also noted that there's a big creative push in Gen AI and a culture emerging for Gen AI in Spain. And MontyPhyt here seems to have also experimented with various styles in AI video, but the anime opening that they've done is really notable for its unique aesthetic style. I think it's easy for creators to fall back on established styles like the Ghibli style we've seen, and it's also easier for Gen AI tools to maintain these kind of derivative styles that they've seen everywhere already. So it really stands out that they're aiming for something original here.
Yeah, I love that MontyPhyt, based in Spain, really shows the global appeal of anime. In fact, there were 2 recent studies just in the last month really showing how powerful anime is of a form. If anyone's interested, I suggest you look up the NRG Crunchyroll anime report called How Anime Became a Worldwide Cultural Force, and then a report just issued from Dentsu about anime, a growing opportunity for brands. Amazing research and great timing. Now with MontyPhyt, beyond the global appeal here, I love the creative execution, really leaning into this aesthetic of the HDR, kind of super bright, oversaturated colors. I think the AI tools are kind of leaning in that direction right now as they evolve. That will get a little bit more diverse, but it's kind of leaning into what some might consider a weakness and making it a strength. And MontyPhyt really does a great job with using these tools and creating great content. Our third filmmaker this week, going by the name Iskarioto, is another Spanish-based filmmaker. And what I love about Iskarioto's work is this now looks a little bit more like what you might think of traditional anime, and so really pushing the tools to create an aesthetic that feels like you're watching a traditionally produced anime video, but yet the storytelling to me feels like they're pushing the edge of kind of a little bit darker storylines, somewhat edgier content. And so I like that they've kind of picked out this corner, this space that they're really building in and kind of evolving their storytelling from there.
Yeah, you can see this is someone who's been in the game for a while, and I admire the dedication to continue to use the deforum tool. That's a tool that everyone was using a couple of years ago, but it still has such a compelling look that only AI can achieve, and really leans into this AI as a new medium aesthetic rather than replicating existing forms of video and animation. But I also think they've done some great anime shorts in Luma's Ray 2, the Swarm short and the Hunting short more recently. And they're really consistent and prolific as a creator. So I think they're getting better and better results with each new generation of tools. So next we have Naegiko, who seems to be coming out of France according to their YouTube profile page. And unlike some of the creators that we've mentioned who have dabbled in a lot of different styles, Naegiko seems to be very consistent in wanting to explore anime and different anime styles with all of the different tools and all the different video models. So really pushing them to the limits and trying to get an anime aesthetic out of all of them, as well as creating some notable shorts and episodes. We featured their Kuro and Yuki episode that they did, as well as some other work that they've done in the past with their journey, AI journey, Namina no Hana no Mori story. So yeah, it's just they're a solid and consistent AI anime creator.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't pick up that they were really pushing all these different tools and really testing them all kind of in a consistent way, but now I see that. What I really noticed with Naegiko is the color palettes, that Naegiko is really using a lot of sort of these golden colors, you might say in more live action, kind of the golden light sort of aesthetic and feel to content, and this certainly as well AI produced, is really creating a lot of that sense of that golden light sort of feeling, which makes it feel very warm and welcoming, although some of the stories can be a bit edgy here.
Number 5. Citizens of my glorious nation, I've given you freedom and honest work, yet you rebel.
Our final filmmaker this week, which is really a team of filmmakers going by the name AIST, appears to be based in multiple territories around the world. And what I like about AIST is that they've really dabbled in both, not just anime, but multiple genres. But with the anime, they've created a character that appears to be named Haru, and they're really building up this Haru with multiple videos and promoting the character. So this is the beginning of perhaps a new AI anime franchise built around Haru as a hero, and I love that the storytelling, the aesthetic of it is very much feels like a traditional anime. It'd be hard to tell in many of the scenes to even know that it was AI that was used. It looks exceptionally well produced.
So you can see this Haru character across their Instagram feed and their YouTube channel, and they just seem to be building up elements and getting to know the character and having us get to know the character, which is, I think, a really interesting way, an exciting way to develop this character and this anime story. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to see how all these different threads of Haru come together, and if we eventually get a full-length episode or full-length feature out of it.
Thanks, that's it for this week. Please like and subscribe.
See you next time.